All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone had a great weekend. We had so much good trading. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday even. We were bound to have a bit of a pullback. And here we are. It's Monday. Someone once famously said, I don't like Mondays. And here we are on a Monday. So why did this go down? Why didn't it finish my big cup and handle? I made this beautiful cup and handle this morning. It was all set up. All I needed was Doge to come back up and hit 25 cents. And we would have the beautiful cup and handle. But as somebody said in a comment on my video, the handle broke. The handle broke. And down we went. Hey, but it did touch 22 cents. Anybody buy on the dip? We look for those buy on the dip opportunities. We look at the hourly chart and we like, there were two red candles on the hourly chart there going down. People always ask, hey, Chris, when's a good time to buy Doge? After the usual anytime. Anytime's a good time to buy Doge. The second is on the red candles, on the dips. So we had that. Does that mean we're not going to go any lower? Maybe. And I'll show you what some predictors are saying about possible dips. But then, of course, we have the ever bulls who just say, this is just a temporary thing on a Monday, and we're just going higher. So that's where we are starting today, everybody. I'm still doing good. Dogecoin's only down 2%. Bitcoin's down 2%. ETH is down 2%. I mean, that's not bad. And it's not like Doge or Bitcoin went down 2 and Doge went down 4. No, it stayed the same. Down 2, down 2. Same difference. So let's get started. Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, slip. XRP had a nice little run, holding firm. Is a pullback coming? That's what you want to know, especially if you've got some dry powder and you want to buy. Is a pullback coming? One trader sees an imminent pullback, but another eyes Bitcoin at 1034 is the key level to invalidate the daily top, meaning we hold that and we just go higher. So cryptocurrency markets are down Monday afternoon after Bitcoin peaked above 105,000 this morning. And why? Why is that? We'll skip blah, 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 blah. Altcoin Sherpa says, don't know when or where the pullback comes for Bitcoin. I'm guessing we're all going to be holding our breath on every red day here until we see a real dip. Are we going to get a real dip? Sherpa's still bullish on Bitcoin. Still going to keep posting this chart as a reminder. Probably will see some kind of pullback. And here we had a little bit of one this afternoon. If anybody is looking to buy Bitcoin for long-term positions and aren't very active, it's probably best to wait for a dip. Who else has been saying that? Who else has been saying, don't chase the green candles, wait for the red ones. Buy on the red, sell on the green. Not financial advice, but you guys know. You guys know now, right? Shardy B points to 103,400. It's a critical daily close level. A close above would invalidate a potential local top, but advises for longs at current levels, noting higher time frame signals are more reliable. And Kaleo just says, hey, look, Bitcoin's just going to go higher, maybe up to $520,000. So we always have those, right? The bulls. And the cryptometer sees a Bitcoin CME gap that was filled. We filled the CME gap and now expects Bitcoin to move up towards 108,000 with altcoins anticipated to follow Bitcoin's upward move. So that's it. Now, there are some who are speculating, well, the draft big tax bill, actually, I don't know what Trump is calling it, the giant bill, the big bill, it does have some tax stuff in it. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime. But there's nothing in there about crypto or capital gains tax. And so some are thinking that crypto did this little nosedive here after reading that draft bill that just didn't mention capital gains tax and didn't mention crypto. So, yeah, no tax on overtime, A-star, that's a good thing. No tax on tips, that's a good thing. You know how expectations are. People get their hopes up. It's like, oh, no tax on crypto, no tax on capital gains. And it's just like, well, it wasn't in there. So some are saying, well, maybe this dip here in Bitcoin was based on that, with then Doge, ETH, and everything else just following right along. So there could be something to that. Titan of Crypto, our friend Washagoria, says, Bitcoin is currently retesting the daily fair value gap. I don't know what a fair value gap is. Tom Crown made a video on it, I think sometime last year. And I remember like him talking about this fair value gap thing. And I'm like, okay. It is just a line on a chart. Doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be reached, but that would be under 100K, so 99.5. So we'll watch. And hey, if Bitcoin dips to 99.5 and hits the fair value gap, then you know this guy was right, and it's probably time to buy. But meanwhile, this guy's saying, hey, look, Bitcoin dipped down and it hit the 50 EMA on the 4-hour chart, and it's not going to go lower because it hit that line. And again, you know how I feel about these lines on charts, right? You can make them say whatever you want, right? It didn't hit the line on the daily. It hit it on the 4-hour chart. So you print that and say, oh, look at that. It hit it on the 4-hour chart. Isn't that awesome? Now we go higher. Doesn't work that way. And if there's some bad news, guess what? The price will just go down, regardless of what lines on a chart say. So we have that. Investing Cube says, look, Doge up by over 40% in a week. Dogecoin price could struggle to breach 26 cents. Again, we did have a big run. Typically after that run, things settle for a bit. Accumulation goes on, and there's going to be some ups and downs during that accumulation. At the same time, you end up with Doge, open interest value rising by 8%. What does that mean? That means leverage trading. And that means when over 70% of the trades in the futures being made are long leverage trades, thinking the price is going to go up, as opposed to the shorts, Well, that just invites liquidations. Yes, almost $200 million in liquidations on Bitcoin, $160 million on ETH, and Doge, almost $30 million. So the market makers took advantage of that weakness. Look at the volume was tipping down. The price was just kind of going sideways, and bam. So Kriss thinks this was all the exchanges and the market makers dumping the price to take out the leverage longs. We can look at the heat map and you can see it on the Bitcoin one to start with. See those yellows right there on that dip? Just took them all out. Then it did a second dip to take out even more. Now the shorts are starting to pile up again up here, so let's go get those. But this was about taking out leveraged long trades. That's what this was all about. I need to go to the let me go to this one here. That's the chart I wanted. All that leverage gone. So they were just looking for the opportunity to do that. And on Doge, we have a similar picture on the leverage. There was some taken out last night. Price went back up and then dumped again to take out all that leverage all the way down to 22 cents. Look at that. Below 22, there was nothing there. So they took it down right to 22 cents to get that leverage, now moving back up. So Mango, you were saying it was going to dump much more than it did. This is just 2%, dude. It's 2 frickin' percent. Don't pat yourself on the back, kid. Meanwhile, Titan of Crypto is like, you zoom out and we're still in a rally despite a little 2% blip because the M2 money supply, and again, we looked at this for Doge, because that's a chart that I made, in here, it's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. You're an idiot, Mango Penguins. You're just an idiot. You're going to make whatever you want to make. And you're just wrong, dude. You're just wrong. God. You're not going to win. And then we've got Trader Allen saying, look, Dogecoin still... You zoom out, look at the weekly, and you're like, damn, this is looking good. I don't say I'm always right, Penguin. I never say that. But I do point out when you're wrong, especially when you say, I told you so, which is just the stupidest thing to say in a chat. So, but no, I admit when I'm wrong. I mean, I was wrong today. I thought the cup and handle was going to close, and the handle didn't close. And I admit it. God. Oh. You're annoying me, dude. Sheeb had a better run than Doge yesterday. Sheeb. Well, you know what? You're gone. Oh, dear. I'm sick of that guy just talking about Sheeb all the time. Exactly, right, Lucifer? Sheeb. It was just like, okay, enough. He had to go back to Sheeb, and it's just like, bye. Goodbye. And the funny thing is, Doge is down 2%, but Sheeb is down 3.5%. So Sheeb was down even lower. His beloved Sheeb token. Oh my God. Oh, man. That was funny. Hey, a little humor on a Monday afternoon, thanks to Mango Penguins. Off to Never Never Land with MJ. And they can go talk about Sheeb, I guess. Right? Whatever. Oh, dear. Anyway, Trader Tardigrade wasn't done, and he's just like, hey, look, if we zoom out, we look at 4 years ago, the big surge in Doge, could we have something similar happen from this point? And what's going to happen with the Doge Bitcoin trading pair? Because we know on the big green candles, Dogecoin will outperform Bitcoin because it happens every time. It happens every time. So when you zoom out, all the predictors are still like up, up, up. Nobody's predicting a big crash. People are predicting dips, but not crashes right now. It looks like US-China trade deals working out. Maybe peace in Ukraine. Can you imagine that if that happens? I know, right, Aussie? Nobody is live streaming Sheeb. Nobody cares. Sheeb is done. Remember there were 2021, 2022, there was all these Sheeb live streamers, right? Sheeb. No, nobody's doing it because there's no views. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Meanwhile, our friend Raul Paul is still in the news about Doge, as well as Doge again gaining against Bitcoin. So we zoom out on the 4 hour. And yeah, we got the cup and half a handle. Didn't close. My poor little handle didn't close. But Doge versus Bitcoin is still up over 20. So that's a good move of Doge versus Bitcoin over the last 5 days. And I think this is going to turn around and even go higher. So Dogecoin gains traction as Bitcoin shows weakness. Looking at the charts, the Bitcoin chart itself, after the run that Bitcoin had just flattened out, went sideways, and now with the dip, that doesn't look good. But Doge's, with its up and down action, actually is a much better looking chart. Bitcoin dominance is still going down. And Raul Paul says there's a bigger move ahead for Doge versus Bitcoin. And we looked at that yesterday. So Dogecoin breaks key resistance as a move toward 27 cents in sight. Doge is showing renewed strength as it successfully completes a weekly close above the pre-halving highs, signaling a potential shift in the market structure. And that Doge is now attempting to turn a former resistance level into fresh support zone. Classic bullish development. Could that be where we see Doge going next? 27 cents for Doge. I don't think it's going to retest low support at like 16 cents. I mean, from this point on, that would be a huge drop. And I just don't see that right now. The momentum is too good. And there's no hint of like some huge black swan event happening right now. So Dogecoin's recent breakout above its pre-halving highs could mark the beginning of a larger move to the upside. As long as price remains above the reclaimed support zone, the next destination could be 27 cents, possibly even higher if broader market sentiment improves. For the most part, we still don't have like all the big retail buyers coming in. I don't think there's a lot of money out there, though. We see the M2 money supply going up, but for the most part, this is not 2021. There's not all this fresh money just sitting there waiting to come into the crypto market. And for Doge, we also have a lot more competition now than we had in 2021 with all the other memes. Like everyone's buying whiff now, whiff. And I'm just like, okay. Eventually they'll take their profit and they'll roll it into Doge. And we thought we saw some of that starting to happen last week. But we need Doge to move a little bit higher to get that true rotation. House of Doge says today, and it will go higher because adoption is inevitable. Dogecoin is an unstoppable force. Doge will lead. Doge will lead. And XMoney, kind of a fun little account, says early adopters of accepting Doge as payment may lead the way and win big. Community support will drive awareness. In my opinion, an overlooked perk just by saying you accept it. It's easy, free advertising. Just if you say that your business is accepting Dogecoin, that's free advertising. Free advertising. That's what House of Doge is saying. It's like this is all coming for Dogecoin. And MyDoge just says, hop in, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon, guys. We're going to the moon. And do you know what I say to that? All eyes on Doge.
All eyes on Doge. Big runner to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Ha ha! Doge! Doge. The Dow closed 1,000 points up. Yep. Why is crypto down? Beefire asks. You got to scroll back. I went through that 15 minutes ago. I talked all about it. So I know you came in a little late, but I'm not going to re-say what I just said. You can just scroll back 15 minutes. Just scroll back a little bit. Buy, wait. Buy, wait. Right, Lucifer? Didn't similar price action occur after last November's jump? No, it was completely different because last November it went up over 200%. I mean, with crazy numbers. This isn't anything like that. Carlos, you have to make up that decision yourself on whether you buy Doge now or not. I can't tell you what to do. Is Trump launching a new token? No. There's some stable coin. Eric Trump is all behind, but no, Donald Trump is not launching a new token. No stimulus, Vance. Nope. If it goes down to like 16 cents, there would be only one thing to do. But I think the buying, if it dropped under 20, would be so great that it would never go down that low. Not right now. Much moon, such rocket. Sheep lost you when they kept releasing more tokens. I know, the bone, the treat, yeah. It was all big money grab. That's all. All a big money grab. Thank you, Miss Amina. Holding since 2021, bought high, been trying to lower your average. Love the videos, appreciate it. Thank you. Chaos Boy is going to be selling in June, looking to take some profits. We'll see how it goes. Mercheek still calculating a pump. So, Jay, yep, I'm doing well. Doge to the moon. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Crypto Geek. Dogecoin's price is driven almost entirely by internet hype and celebrity endorsements, not by real world utility or any real value. I know, but have you been listening to what's going on? House of Doge is building a whole layer 2 for Dogecoin. Doge OS is building a layer 2 for Dogecoin. All of it on the Dogecoin blockchain. It's coming. It's coming. So that's why you buy now before it comes. Because once it does come, then you're chasing at a higher price. Not financial advice. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Mark my words, Maxim says. Ooh, be careful using that phrase, mark my words. But Bitcoin all-time high going to be tested tomorrow. That could be. Rodrigo, nowhere to download that song. You just enjoy it here during the live streams. You tune in to the live streams and you enjoy it here. And the update on the amount of states approved for XMoney. No, I have not seen an update lately. I'll look for that, A-Star. Maybe we'll see if we can get it for tomorrow's live stream. 29 cents. Dogecoin song. It is good. It is fun. Chaos Boy sold the Pepe. Took profits on the Pepe. At 12. Pepe at 12. Let's see what Pepe's at. Pepe's at 13 now. It did go up a little bit more. But that's okay. You sold up here on one of these, like, moves up, so. Yeah, Pepe went up over 15. But now, like everything else, falling back a little bit. DW's back. Busy season done. Now you can hang out with us. Have some fun. You got the dry powder ready. Looking for those dips. I do not have a profit-taking strategy at this point or a target, Alex. I do not. I achieved my goal this bull cycle, and now it's all gravy. And I'm just going to let it ride, see how the fall goes, and maybe pick some spots to take some profits this fall. But I don't have a target right now. I'm just waiting for all this big stuff to happen, and we will see. We will see. If Dogecoin gets to 50 cents in June, you're going to sell about 100,000 Doge. then wait for November for the rest. It's a plan, Matt. It's all right. The Magic 8 Ball was wrong about 25-cent Doge on Sunday. Yep. Missed it by a day. Missed it by a day. I mean, really. It was close. I mean, look at that. It was 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday. It was 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and it hit 25 cents. It missed it by 4 hours. It was so close. It was so close. So technically, yes, it wasn't Sunday. But 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday, it did hit 25 cents. Maybe the Magic 8 Ball is in a different time zone than me, right? Magic 8 Ball is in another time zone. Yeah, West Coaster, exactly. It likes the Dodgers and the Rams, right? It's Magic 8 Ball. Probably a Laker fan too. Likes LeBron James and now Luka Doncic. No longer in the playoffs. Meyer multiple bands on Doge showing it's time to buy. I don't know what the Meyer multiple bands are, Yerk, but okay. Again, this dip right down to 22 cents. That just looks pretty juicy, like a good dip to buy on right there. We're still at 22.8, not bad. Good things are worth waiting for, DJ Dan says. Go Doge. Zpar, just scroll back about 20 minutes and you'll get my whole take on it, on what happened with crypto today, because the stocks did not drop. The stocks were up today, but crypto took a little dip. Airlorian was waiting for you to live stream, clarify the dip. I guessed it was liquidations. Yeah, the heat map did show it. Not so much on Doge. It wasn't really the Doge heat map. Doge just followed. It was Bitcoins. This was a Bitcoin drop for all of these. And that's hundreds of millions of dollars in leverage on Bitcoin right there. So that's what the drop was that for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin dropped, alts followed. That's what it was. I know, the Dodgers. It's a Dodger fan. I only say that because it's baseball season now. Mars is driving, but you're here, listening in. Nice to have you. The 8 Ball's probably made in China, so it's on China time. So it was technically Sunday in China. Yeah, it's probably made in China. Let's see what it says. It does say it right here. Made in China, 30188, copyright Mattel, and it has a Mattel, I think this is a copyright or patent or something number. It is made in China, the Magic 8 Ball. Wouldn't you know? Made in China. So there you go. Adam's got it. So it did hit 25 cents on Sunday, according to the Magic 8 Ball. Yeah, 25-cent Doge tomorrow, probably. A little too high to go back up for today to have that much of a run. But the dip on Monday is just lending itself to have a rip on Tuesday. Let's see that. Let's see that. Yeah, all the good news last night was sure we were going to rip, but instead we dip. buying opportunity. You take advantage of those. Aesthetic reminds everyone to drop a like. We have 69 likes. I mean, I like the number 69, but 260 in the chat and only 69 likes. That's weak, chat. That's weak. Weak. The Dogers. I see what you did there, Lucifer. See what you did there. China. Yeah, we talked about WIF. WIF had a nice run. It's going down now, but yeah, it was up like 20% or something. This big run there yesterday. Woo. That's a pretty good run. For those that took a chance on WIF, looks like Doge is about to reclaim 23 cents here. Johnny, is it good to buy in right now? We talked about buying on red candles. There's the red candles that we had a little bit earlier. I mean, is it going to come back over 23 cents and stay there? Or is it going to drop back in the 22s? You make that call. You make that call, but it's just about to hit 23 now. Doge already trying to recover. It is, folks. You doubled up on Pepe. You recommend rolling over into Doge. That was a nice run on Pepe, but remember, DeRooster, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. You could just take half the Pepe since you doubled up, right? You could take half the Pepe, sell that, put that into Doge, and then you still have your original investment alive and well in Pepe. And then you got both. So you can think of it that way. Could be both. Think about that. The Dodgers need to accept Doge. There was a meme from 2021 on X with Doge wearing a Dodgers helmet. I may be able to much more easily find it on Google. Doge wearing Dodgers hat. No, the meme, the Doge meme, not just a dog. No, still not doing it. Still not doing it. Yeah, I don't see it. I guess it's that one, right? Is that it? The Dogers? I guess that's that. I guess that one's it, right? The Dogers. Good stuff. Doge has been my savings account since 2020. Would you still hold Dogecoin if Elon Musk stopped tweeting about it? Well, I do hold Dogecoin, and Elon has not been tweeting about it. So there you go. Harry reminds everyone to smash the like. Appreciate it. Yeah, who's Elon? Elon who? What? Let's go. I know there was all this stuff about Steak and Shake accepting Bitcoin. House of Doge needs to get on their butts and get going. Get going. Honest opinion on Mudang. It does not have good tokenomics. It's just a meme token. It is what it is. Is what it is. When Lambo. Pi went on a run again. I wouldn't touch that thing. It's going to crap the bed again. Good evening. Why is nobody talking about crypto CFDs? Ziggy? Because nobody cares? I don't know. Crypto CFDs, huh? CFD, crypto trading. What is CFD in crypto? Risk hedging, ability to open short positions, leverage. I'm not trading leverage. You're going to get wrecked. Contract for difference. A derivative financial instrument that involves the use of leverage and offers a market participant the opportunity to make money on the difference between the opening and closing price of a position. Ha! That's gambling, dude. That is total gambling. No, thank you. I'll buy on the dips and hold. I'm good at that. I've made a lot of money doing that. I'll stick with that. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose my Doge. No. My X handle is at KrissPax. I am at KrissPax right there. Yes, I actually have my name from Twitter and X. No numbers, no underscores, no anything else. It's actually spelled correctly. There are some accounts that are trying to mimic mine, but it's not just at KrissPax though. They've got some other things in there, like 2 X's. I saw one that was KrissPaxx, trying to get people to buy some stupid crypto token. It's like, yeah, no, that's not me. Big runner. Big runner. Right, Bruce, exactly. Maybe tomorrow will be crypto's day since today was all about the stocks. Kriss does not smoke anything, Tex. I don't smoke. KrissPax presents the Doge School of Thought. Hey, I like the car in your profile pic. That's pretty nice. Doge is going to hodl. It's going to hodl you, Javier. CFD trade 212. I'll skip. Thank you. Does SWE have any more token unlocks? Sure, a ton of them. Just go to crypto market cap, cryptomarketcap.com, scroll down to SWE, click on it, and then scroll down, and you will see SWE token unlocks right there. SWE token unlocks. And it gives you this chart of all of the future SWE token unlocks through 2030. So take a look at that. That gives you all the info. It tells you where the tokens go, how much is locked, how much is unlocked. Only 33% of the SWE tokens are unlocked. There's still 66% to go. 66% SWE tokens. still locked. So doesn't mean the price can't go up, but it's just you asked and there it is. So check that out. CoinMarketCap has a very nice overview of it. The next unlock is May 31st. Well, I guess no, between now and May 31st, 52% of the supply is being unlocked. Here, it's just every month. Every month, there's another unlock of like 3.5 billion SWI, like every month. Yeah. Every month. Just continues. All through 2026, 2027, unlocks every month. That's what's happening with SWI. My Alexa wake word is Ziggy, so when I said Ziggy, your Alexa thing woke up. Ziggy! Oh, that's funny. Kian, this year, Doge coins can get to 75 cents. But I know your name is not pronounced Kian. It would be Chuyan. Is that right? Chuyan. That's my guess. My small knowledge of Chinese. Tell me if I'm close to pronouncing your name right. Chuyan. CPI comes out tomorrow. I think it's going to be good. I got to get a new grill. That's one of the things I need for the new house is a new grill. I first bought into Doge on January 28th, 2021 at 2 cents. 2 cents Doge. That was my first buy-in. A day in history that I'll never forget. That's why I know the exact day. Because of the memes and I like dogs. AVAX, yeah, as Ziggy says, AVAX is good. It goes on runs and then it just loses it all. That's just been the story of AVAX. In December, it was up to $54. Came all the way back to my original buy price of 16. I sold at 33. I sold at 33. When it was clear to me that we weren't going to have that immediate recovery after the Trump election, fear of tariffs, just to me, it looked like it was going to drop it further. I took my profits there at 33, and then it dropped all the way back to 16 again, which is where I initially bought it way back when in 2023. But yeah, this is crazy. Up to $64, all the way back below 20, up to $54, all the way back below 20. I mean, if you can swing trade and hold for a while before you buy back in, wait for the next big run, sell, and then wait for the next big drop, that's AVAX. Not great. Nice little dancing Doge there. Not breaking over 23 cents yet. Yep, Adam, same day, January 28th, 2021. AAA, yeah, I got AAA. I used to use it a lot when my kids were little because they'd leave like the car door open. It would drain my battery overnight. Call AAA in the morning to charge up my battery. Hey, it works. It works. Happy Monday, everyone, Oscar. And typical of Mondays, yes, we had a dip. We were wondering if there was going to be a dip. There was. It's kind of like a personal holiday. Exact. Well, look who's in the house. Bull Run. Nice of you to join the live. I know you've been leaving a few comments on some videos here and there, but you made the live today. You said look Pokemon cards. I haven't looked yet. I haven't looked at them yet. I haven't had time. I will dig through and see what we got though. Pretty sure that it's pronounced Kwin because the last name is Vietnamese, not Chinese. So it's a Vietnamese name. Okay. Well, let's see if she comments on my pronunciation. Hey, Sean, my dollar cost average is at 21 cents. Do you recommend continuing to buy on the dips? I currently have 33,000 Doge. Yeah, from here on the dips, you're going to start to slowly raise your average. To me, I don't think that's a big deal because, I mean, do you think the price is going to go up from here? Then you're winning. You buy at 22 and the price goes up, even though it raises your average a little bit. So what? Price goes up, you're winning. So I have not sold any crypto since February 1st. I haven't sold any crypto since February 1st. Because since then, the prices just kept going down and down and down. So I'm holding and waiting for the big recovery. Also reminds everyone to smash the like button. Maybe we'll get more green candles if everybody smashes the likes. Yes, Tex, I have about 1.1 Bitcoin. 1.1 Bitcoin holding long term. I didn't know you had actually taken all your profits on Pepe. I thought you still had some. I thought you still had Pepe. I didn't think you sold it all and did swing trading with all of it. That's what I got from one of your comments that you left. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misinterpreted it, but I thought you didn't sell it all. But yeah, it was tough to swing trade the Pepe when over the past 4 months when the whole crypto market was going down. I know, Forks, right there, $22.99. $22.99. Come on. There we go. Oh, just for a second, it hit 23. What's up, Blake? Beautiful day in Boston today. Absolutely gorgeous. I got out during the lunch hour today. Of course, I was working most of the day. If Boston beats the Knicks tonight, the series is over. The Knicks will just be so disillusioned if they lose both at home, because the Boston's clearly the better team. They just shot themselves in the foot the first two games. So Boston wins tonight. Over. And where's our Cleveland friend? Because the Cavs look like they're going to be out. Big game tonight. I think so, folks. C's should be a 20-point win again. The mango will come back as a smashed avocado. Yeah, I don't think he wants to deal with me again. I mean, come on. Sheeb? Really? Sheeb? After all that, and then it's Sheeb. And it's just like, dude. Johnny talking to Sean about depends on what you're trying to do. If you're long-term holding, don't care. If it doubles this cycle, you're going to hold, keep buying. If you're looking to cash out, yeah, you short-term or long-term, Sean. Good point. Slowly starting to see a few more YouTubers come out of the woodworks to start making Doge $1, $2 videos. A few more green candles. Yep. Hey. As soon as I see an Andre Jick or Graham Stephan video on Dogecoin again, then I absolutely know it's time to sell. When either of those guys makes a Dogecoin video, it's like, yep, that's the top. That is the top. If the Knicks win tonight, Boston loses. Boston would have to win 3 in a row then. It'd be a challenge. Yeah. If we're hitting threes, can't lose. Yeah, Cavs are down 3-1 now. And it looks like Mitchell might be hurt. So yeah, I think the Indiana Pacers have that one. Sold all my crypto before everything tanked, bought back at the bottom. Nice swing. I made $3 million from Moodang. 3 million what? 3 million what? And you're a Moodang gang is your name. I think you meant Pax Cat. I don't know where he is right now. What would be considered a dip for Doge? And is Doge a good long-term hold? Well, Johnny, I've got a couple hundred videos or more you can watch on my channel. Maybe even 1,000 now. I got a lot of videos to watch. And do your research. Just start watching videos. Get caught up on what's going on with Doge. And then you make that decision for yourself. Nah, Michael, the Cavs, I don't think they can do it, man. I mean, they were getting blown off their home court by Indiana even before Mitchell went down. That's just not good. Not good. Boston shoots too many threes, but they haven't lost the series. They lost 2 games. Now they're turning it around, coming back. Well, Kilmar, here's the thing. I don't do all of that shilling that other YouTubers do to get more subs and views. I don't have the huge like rocket ship, dollar Doge, all of that stuff. So good quality content doesn't do as well as just lying out of your ass saying Doge is going to $1 tomorrow. But if I made that video, it'll get like twice as many views. But I just can't do that. I can't do it. Right. They're spewing lies. I can't do it. I do get excited every now and then when things are going. I get it. Right. I can kind of get caught up a little bit every now and then, but I'm just like, no, Doge is not going to $1 tomorrow. Sorry. Doge is life. Hey, Anthony, how are you? Our in-house bear. Welcome. Pax Cat is Popcat. He probably has some Popcat in his Doge wallet or his crypto wallet. He's got some Popcat. He's got to. One Doge equals one Doge. If the Celtics lose the series to the Knicks, they will clean house. Maybe they'll get Giannis. Can you imagine like trading Jaylen Brown for Giannis Antetokounmpo? However you say his name. That would be big. Then Jaylen can go lead a team and we can have Giannis. It would be something big like that. Let's not be talking about dead cats here. KrissPax doesn't like... KrissPax does not like people talking about dead cat bounces. Good move, cashing out. Scroll back, T Vietnam. I covered it just about an hour ago. And you can just take the little scroller at the bottom and scroll back. And I spent about 10 minutes going through in detail why the pullback today. There's a lot of people who say the NBA is unwatchable now. But I don't know. That's just what it is. Trump did not lose the trade wars, low roller. No. Trump is winning, dude. Da ba 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 ba. Ah, someone has finally answered my question. Dogecoin dips. Why are you buying? And your answer is nope. You're waiting for that 2-cent Doge. All right? Still waiting for 2-cent Doge? Or are you in the 10-cent camp? I need to drink some of Daryl's coffee. Man, that guy. Woo! He's having fun. But when he's talking like XRP to like $50, it's just like, come on, dude. Daryl, XRP's not going to $50. Dude. But he's having fun. I know the Bucks aren't going to fire Doc Rivers. No. They got to do something about their team, though. But they're not going to fire Doc. They'll let him play out his contract. Because then you still have to pay him if you fire him and hire another coach and all that. It's just like they're not in a position to do that. K-Mac, how are you? Looks like Florida Panthers have tied up the Maple Leafs. Did you see that? Of course you did. I told you. Yeah, rough weekend in Leafs Nation. Exactly. See, I remember. But no, XRP's not going to triple digits, dude. No. No. Can XRP reach $10? Even $10. What's that? Over 4x from here? Yeah, it's 250 now. You guys know they just keep selling and selling and selling their own tokens. You missed the entry on Doge. Yeah, maybe you'll get a little dip action to scoop some up. Nami, chat clip this man? I'm not sure quite what you mean there. Chat clip? We're just having fun here, talking about Doge and crypto. It's all good. All good. The Moodang gang. I don't know. Kind of some unrealistic. Crash Coin says 60-cent Doge by the weekend. So if I did a video that says confirmed 60-cent Dogecoin by the weekend, it'd get a ton of views. This is not happening. I can't do it. I can't do it. You're in a 13-cent camp? 13 from 22 all the way down to 13. Wow. Yeah, the Matt Wallace type of content. Exactly. Yuck. That guy. Do a Daryl impersonation. No, I'm good. I'm good. Bibbles, hey, another one of our bears. 17-cent Doge. A little closer, but still no. Boss Destroyer, XRP, will get beaten by Doge. It pretty much has, except for, this past, I guess, XRP. Let's see, when did XRP really go on its big run, right? Yeah, right here. Yeah, November. XRP did outperform Doge here on that run up. It went up 500%, while Doge went up 300%. So that was the big move for XRP there. And here's where I sold my XRP, $2.94. That's where I sold my XRP, $2.94. But again, end of January, I was selling just about everything to buy the house. But I did have XRP and sold it, done, booked my profit. I'm good. But XRP has held up much better than Doge since December. Yes, that is true. That is true. XRP has held up better. We need this weekly chart to turn back around. It's in the red right now for Doge. Exactly. Trump's big tariff stick worked exactly. And that's what I was saying back in April. Everybody's freaking out. And I was just like, it's just a big stick, guys. It's just a big stick. It's called negotiating. Negotiation 101, right? The art of the deal. That's what Trump's all about. It was so obvious. Everybody freaking out. Particularly hit investors hard. I guess if I had only known how stupid investors are, could have sold the rest of everything and then bought back in lower, but Mr. T sold all my XRP this afternoon, looking for a dip back down to $2.10. It's at $2.50 now. Yeah, so you sold here, just over $2.50. 210. 210. It has not been down there since May 7th. That would be a pretty big drop. I don't know if we're going to see XRP back at 210. I have this line at 225, and even that's questionable, based on how XRP has been trading. Yealy, if you have dry powder, would you buy Doge now? Well, I will buy Doge the next time I have dry powder in June. I don't know what the price is going to be, but again, I bought May. My May purchase was at right there. 17.15, right there, was my May purchase of Doge. So when June comes around, we'll see where the prices are. My April purchase was 13.8. My May purchase was 17.15. Right now, I mean, we did have this dip from 23.6 down to 22. Maybe target the upper 21s on a dip. That would be a pretty good dip, upper 21s at this point, because 23 is getting rejected here. It's not reclaiming 23 cents right now. So maybe look for something like that. Bull Run thinks 31 cents, the next pit stop, very much a bull. You're being very much a bull now because you're all loaded up, right? For the next run. It's my guess. Surrender to the wisdom of the DCA camp. Yes. The world-changing news was the prescription drugs dropping prescription drug prices by 70 to 80% or something. That was pretty big. And putting that into the bill will make it that much harder for Democrats to vote against it. Oh, they will. They'll cherry pick some things in there that they'll talk about, but it's like, are you really going to vote against a bill that lowers prescription drug prices by 70%? It's politics. I get it. Can we get any good new rumor news? Let's ask Rock. Give me a good rumor about Dogecoin. See what Grok says. Come on, Grok. One intriguing rumor swirling around Dogecoin is that a major global retailer, speculated to be a company like Amazon, might soon announce plans to accept Doge as payment for goods and services. There you go. Amazon. You like that one, Kilmar? Note, this is a rumor and should be treated as speculative, not factual. So there you go. Amazon is going to accept Dogecoin as payment. There's the rumor. Thank you, Grok. See, when I can't think of something off the top of my head, I just go to Grok now. And we would have 35-cent Dogecoin by Thursday if that happened. Absolutely. We would have 35-cent Doge and maybe 60 cents by the weekend. Clickbait video. Cash in on people's hopes and dreams. I just can't do it. Lower. I just can't do it. $20 is possible. Anything can happen for XRP. I don't discount it, but at the same time, it's like, man, it's $2.50 now. If I sell my XRP at $5, it will get there. Last week's liquidity was leaving traditional markets and going into crypto. So with good news, it'll go back to traditional stocks. Yeah, there's something to say about that, Oz. Maybe some people were selling that crypto after the big 4-day rally and bought back into stocks. Confirmed, $5 Doge. Confirmed. I know, Miguel. Good luck, Doge going under 21 cents. And people are like 17, 13, 10. Sally's Dream in the house. Bull run. Made some profit on MOG and put it into Doge. Wow. You didn't say you bought Doge. Like 6 months ago, you had no Doge. I remember that. You had no Dogecoin. And now you're all into Doge. Awesome. Well, enjoy the run. Enjoy the run. I bet Doge will fall below 20 cents. Lower fifth. Yeah, clickbait. Yep, exactly, Sally's Dream. Exactly. Do I make a big show of it? Nope, I don't. One reason I don't buy Doge is it always crosses my mind that I'm investing in a dog coin. I know, but if you can make money off a dog coin, isn't that awesome? I made almost $1 million on a dog coin. Come on. A dog coin. Next song, Who Let the Doge Out? Start singing that again. Yeah, Bruce, I think Trump knows what he's doing. But again, it's politics. XRP has a nice range. You can still make money on XRP, but God, these dreams of like $30 XRP is just, it's not realistic. Thanks for the super chat, Lord Cheese and Rice. Is Elon still going to add crypto to X? So he can't integrate crypto directly into XMoney or X payments without getting the right licenses for it to really work that way. I would imagine once XMoney starts, he's going to find some way to skirt around the rules and have some kind of crypto, but not like fully integrated like we would want, because he needs to get all kinds of regulatory approvals to do that. So I don't know at this point. All I'm saying is when XMoney does start, which could be this fall, there's not going to be Doge. Dogecoin's not going to be on it. And everybody else is going to be freaking out. Oh, there's no Dogecoin. Dogecoin's going to zero. Dogecoin sucks. And I'm like, it's not even going to be there. We know that now, because he doesn't have money transmitter licenses for digital assets, except for like 2 states. Rhode Island was one of them, because when he applied for the money transmitter license in Rhode Island, they give both at one time. But all the other states that he's gotten money transmitter licenses, It's only for fiat, not for digital currency. So it's not going to happen. Art Scholar picked up some Jasmy for under 2 cents. Back on the Jasmy wagon. Nice. Nice. Nice, nice. Most rumors start with some truth. People have been talking about this Amazon thing for a while. But, yeah, Bezos. What's he going to do? I did not cover the SEC roundtable meeting. I don't know what happened. I know I did see one article headline about Paul Atkins, the SEC chair, just saying their overall approach is not to use the courts and lawsuits in order to regulate crypto, which is a good thing. Does Grok recommend crypto over bonds? Buy bonds. $5. Just stop it, right? I know. Let's just get to $1 first. That's what I keep saying. It's like, let's see if we don't get to $1 first. $5, $10. I know Burger King had that Doge giveaway, but they never took that next step to actually accepting Dogecoin as a payment. Yeah, Robinhood's not going to do that. They just want to trade it, allow you to do futures, leverage trading, because they can make money on that. But the staking, they don't make money on that. So, isn't that an awesome rumor? Thank you to Grok. Amazon. Peak, yes, Mall. Peak recovered. Anthony, did you see Peak today? Did you sell Peak yesterday? Anthony, did you sell your Peak yesterday? Because Peak went on a run last night. Went up to 19 cents, dipped all the way to 16.5, and now back up to 17.8. But yesterday, during the live, when you said you were going to sell, it was around 16 cents. So did you sell? Because the time to sell would have been after midnight at 19 cents. So yeah, Peak's up 10% today after all this up and down. Good run today for Peak, which is about time. We will eventually fill the Doge CME gap at $5. Honestly, I love that. Gotta fill those CME gaps. $5. Hey, Ricky Man, what's dry powder? That is cash sitting on the sidelines, waiting to invest. That's your dry powder. Sitting there with buying power on Robinhood and just having it sit there and sit there and sit there, wait and wait and wait, and be very, very patient with your cash until the time is right to strike and buy. That's dry powder. Coin Codex, I don't know what happened, Bavik. All of a sudden, they went from like 84-cent Dogecoin in April to like this 10-cent Doge in May now. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it all of a sudden changed like that. Man. Both Trump and China are saying the trade deal is a huge win. That's the best kind of deal, right? I remember we talked about it. They would make a deal. And there it is. Simon still thinks 12-cent Doge. Thank you, Lower Fifth. Appreciate it. Yeah, these guys are just making fun. We're just having fun about me making clickbait titles and clickbait videos, which I just not going to do. So we're just having fun. Milkman up 4,300 more today on your 401k. I don't even check my 401k. I used to do it monthly, like once a month. I used to look at it, but I haven't since January. So, because I just haven't been paying attention to my portfolio much. But yeah, I'm sure it's better today than it was a month ago. April was bad. May, much better. Thank you, Christian. The lives are the best for Doge. Appreciate it. The Dogecoin tipping feature on X would be awesome. Elon's got to at least do that. At least do that. Tip in Doge. See a bull run? Since Venmo accepts crypto, do they have those same problems in those states? See, they do it different. They're not actually transmitting the crypto. They're accepting crypto and they're paying out fiat. So it's a different thing. They're not transmitting crypto to crypto. So buy bonds. Always keep your powder dry. Ask Grok about X. Will X or XMoney incorporate Dogecoin? Grok, what do you say? Tell me something good. There's no official confirmation from X or XMoney about incorporating Dogecoin into their payment systems. However, speculation is rife. Elon Musk support, XMoney developments, community buzz. Leaked code and ex-CEO Linda Yaccarino's announcement confirm XMoney's 2025 launch in 39 states, but there's no mention of crypto in the code. Some speculate cryptocurrencies could be included due to Musk's Web3 advocacy in the platform's money transmitter licenses, except from what I know about those money transmitter licenses, it's only for fiat. While Musk's influence and X's payment infrastructure keep the rumor alive, no definitive evidence confirms Dogecoin's integration. So, there you go. Even Grok is realistic like CrissPax. We need a new rocket ship on the chart. Need a new rocket ship on the chart. I've got to find, that's the magnet mode. There we go. All right, we got a rocket ship on the chart. There you go. Let's go. That's pretty big. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Yeah. All right, there it is. That's tomorrow, right? Yeah. Tomorrow, rocket ship. I can't imagine if I go to the bank and spoke to the bank manager and asked if I can get a loan for $1 million. If the bank manager asked what for, I would say to invest in Dogecoin. The banks. The banks. Hey, Lucky, how are you? I know Zyman is still not correct and still not going to happen. 401k is still a thing, Mario. I'm still paying into mine and I get my employer to match my contributions. It's free money. Free money. And especially in April when the S&P 500 was doing its nosedive, that was buying stocks on the dip into the 401k with free money. Crow. You know, Don Jose, I think Kronos is going to go on a big run. It's an exchange token. When things go crazy, maybe this fall, then Crow's going to go crazy. I only hold it because I do stuff on the crypto.com platform. So I have a link in the description below if you want to join crypto.com, because you can collect free Crow tokens just by logging in every day, collecting your diamonds and then swapping them for Crow tokens. You stake your Crow, you get Crow tokens. So I do that. And then when Crow finally goes crazy and gets to $1, it's around 10 cents now, but it could do a 10x. We could see that with Crow. I sold my BOEM back in January, Sally's Dream. I sold it for a lot higher than it is right now because it continued to nosedive through February, March, and April. BOEM. Good old BOEM. So I sold it here in January for around 0.005. 0.005. I had bought it back here at like 0085 or 009. Hey, Pax Cat. Hey, you're stepping on my keyboard, stupid cat. But yeah, I sold it here at 0.0058 or something. And then it dipped all the way down below 001. And now here it is 002, not even close to where I sold mine at, way up here. So, but no, I don't hold any BOEM. Never going to buy this again. Can you make money on it? Sure. I mean, if you bought anything on April 7th, you're making money on it because that's when everything dipped. So everything is up since then. But I mean, WIF has done way better. A bunch of them have done way better, especially like Moodang and Pengu and Peanut the squirrel and like all of those. I'm not going to buy BOEM again. Not doing it. But even Doge from April 7th, that dip went up 89%. So that's pretty good. Again, not as good as some others. Yeah, we're going to make another run to 23 cents now. Look at that. See if we can get over 23 cents. Rocket ship's launching tomorrow, Jay. See? Put it on the chart. Right there. So the rocket ship is launching tomorrow because I put it on the chart. I mentioned to you yesterday, you sold 75% portfolio, start averaging down on peak. So you did start selling some peak. All good. I get it. Right now, I'm more in the accumulation mode here, not the sell mode. I think we're going higher between now and the end of May. Higher. Yep, just a little profit taking. I don't see eBay accepting crypto. They don't have to. I mean, technically, you could pay using PayPal, and you could elect to use the crypto in your PayPal to buy something on eBay. I guess you could do that. That's not true crypto payment, though. That's you selling your so-called crypto on PayPal, where you don't even actually hold the crypto. You're just buying the price. And then PayPal giving eBay fiat money. So it's not a true crypto payment. Better buy today if the rocket's going tomorrow. I know. I'm just saying. Keep the rocket higher. Oh, this is just the blast off, Aussie. It's just the blast off. Crypto Princess, good day. You just gave away the whole movie, Jay. Awesome. Jason's in the house. Yeah, I'm peak. I mean, I'm way down as well. So a lot of people are. ETH and Sheeb, could they go crazy this fall? Sure, Yeely. Sure they can. Pax Cat in the house. What's up, Cat? He's got his back turned to me now. Like, you can say hi to everybody, Cat. He's like, what? He's like, what? What's up, buddy? They just want to say hi. And you're just sitting there like, nope, not doing it. Nope, not doing it. Cat. You got to break even with your XRP bag. Now waiting for the big boom. Now that the dollar is rising, is that bad for Doge? Craig, no. It doesn't necessarily have to be an inverse thing. But yeah, XRP, that was bad. The DXY did go up. But that's not necessarily bad for crypto. I think that had more to do with gold dropping down. So it did the inverse of gold. And Bitcoin was kind of going up and down at the time. And then later in the afternoon, Bitcoin did its dip. Now at 1025. But still, it's $102,000 for one Bitcoin. That's awesome. It's close to 109, which is its all-time high. It's not that far away. So all good. Dogecoin about to get back to 23 cents here. 22.98. Only buy Doge. Those other memes, yeah, Jason, they're not going to make it. Enjoy it now. Book your profit and move on. Not with Doge, with Mudang, right? Take your profit. Be happy you got what you got. Roll it into Doge or something. DJ, if Doge goes to 40 cents, I'm going to sell another sliver for a new GPU. House is paid for. That's nice. That is nice. Yeah, I'm so glad I have a paid for house now. Will, welcome. I asked ChatGPT this morning, what is the best to invest in this morning? And the answer was Dogecoin. If you're after a reasonable shot at a moderate gain with more mainstream visibility, Dogecoin is the safest meme option. Oh, Massachusetts, everything is taxed too. B2. DJ B2. Massachusetts here. Massachusetts has a nickname. It's Taxachusetts. Big taxes. Not as bad as California, but still pretty bad. Jason has his eye on Doge going to 54 cents. He's done the math. That's smart. Smart math, Jason. Doing the maths. I know. What the heck's going on in the UK over there, DJ? What the heck's going on over there? The people have to get together and just vote out all of those representatives who are voting for all these immigrant stuff. It's crazy. Crazy. I know, Johnny, a dollar is going to be really hard for Dogecoin. And I've been saying that all along. I'm not one of those that's like Dogecoin to $5. No. I am feeling a pump tomorrow. DB, yes, especially because I just put a rocket on my chart. Yeah, we looked at the heat maps. This is Bitcoins. And I mean, it wiped out everything all the way down to 100,700. There's not a lot more down here. So now it's going to go up and get those shorts. Loving the Pax Cat. Oh, you've been buying more peak, averaging down. Ah. Okay. You're welcome, Craig. You were watching at 9:30 this morning when the stock market opened, sold at 23.2, bought back in at 22.1, made 500 pounds. That's a nice little swing trade. Jasmine will probably double from 2 cents to 4 cents. Getting back up to 5 cents is going to be hard. It had to be like crazy FOMO across everything. Will we do that? Maybe. Yeah, so Manuel, we talked a lot about this last year and what we wanted to do when it looked like crypto was going to pay off and we're going to have this bundle of money. And I was just like, we'd been renting. And I was like, do I really want to keep renting for another year while a house is getting built? And in the end, it was like, no, let's just buy something that's all fixed up. It's all done. It's in great condition. And let's just move in and be done with it. So that was our decision, was to buy a nice house, not too old, didn't need a lot of work. And we just move in and enjoy it. So that's what we did. I mean, I'm an architect. I could have designed my own house. I could hire my own builder. I could, do all of that. And it'd be nice, to have a custom house like just for us. But God, just waiting all of that time and continuing to rent, I didn't want to do that. So that was our thinking. Heavy resistance, Craig. Heavy resistance for Doge. 25 cents now. So, yep. Hey, we're back over 23. Little gains. Yep, 23 cents. Jay, you have to gauge your own exit options for Dogecoin. You saw Jason's 54 cents. You saw somebody else say 40. You've got people have different goals in mind based on their own particular situation. So yours is going to be different than anybody else's. Is $1 reasonable? We're at 23 cents, so it's be a 4x from here. It'll be hard. Once it gets back up to like 48 cents where it was back in December, you're going to have a lot of selling pressure. Now, the FOMO could kick in, and you can see Doge go to 50, 60, 70 cents. But even near its previous all-time high, again, the profit taking and the selling, the shorters, it's going to be really hard. Now, I want it to go to $1. I want to have a big party in Boston. I want us to all have a lot of fun. It's just going to be really hard. Also, yes, finding good quality labor. Having a house built is a project, stressful, all of that. Yeah, I didn't want to deal with any of that stuff. Yeah, Matt, that's cool. You bought a house that will have rental income, and then you'll use crypto profits to pay it off. Great strategy. And then once it's paid off, then all of that rental income, or almost all of it, is profit that you just have your regular maintenance and taxes. But that's awesome. You mined all your Doge, so no losses. Nice. Yep. No banks, no mortgage. Sweet, Jay. Michael, I can't tell you what to do on peak to take the loss or not. Again, I've said right from the start, I'm buying this thing and I'm going to hold it for a long time just to see what happens. It looks like a great project. It's going to slowly build over time. So I'm not selling this year. I'm letting that ride. If Doge goes to $2, we're having a party in Vegas, baby. Going to Vegas for $2 Dogecoin. $1 Doge party in Boston. $2, we're going to Vegas. Passive income, nothing wrong with it. I've got a couple income streams still paying me from stuff I did 8 years ago. Just keeps paying. Not as much as it was back then when I was active, but still, it's like free money now every month. Alt season may get us to $1 and be selling at 5. You might want to take a few more profits a little bit before that. The loss on mining is the utility bill. Yes, that is true. That's why I'm like, if I go into mining Dogecoin here in Boston, I'm not doing it to make money. I'm doing it to support the Dogecoin network because I will not be making money. Eversource just so expensive here in Boston, just really expensive. The only reason I would want to have a custom home built is to make a Victorian-style mansion with secret passages so I can mess with the house guests. That would be like filthy rich Dogecoin money there, right? To do that. Because you can, right? Yeah, Peak hasn't got listings on Binance or Coinbase yet. Still haven't. Alt season just around the corner. If Doge hits 50 cents, I will make 300 G. Do you suggest I exit all at 50 or do it in layers? Jay, I am all for layers. I am all for layers. Again, it depends on, what is your plan? What's your goal? I ended up selling most back in January in big chunks because I had an accepted offer for the house. I knew I was going to be paying in February, and it looked at that time like the markets were going to go down a lot more because of the Trump tariffs. And again, if we zoom out, that was January 1st January 30th, 31st, February 1st, right there. Yeah, it was right there. And I was like, the whole market's dropping. I just need to dump everything now that I needed for the house. And that's what I did. So I was no longer layering out. I was like, I need that money now to pay for the house. And so I sold. And that was a good time to sell. Not as good as if I would have done the week before Trump was inaugurated. But seeing what happened February, March, April, that was a good time to sell. But again, that was my situation. Jay, you might have a completely different situation of why you're selling when, and that's up to you. Oz thinks, Doge passing $1, huge psychological barrier. The catalyst has to be something out of this world. Yeah. Johnny, I've always wanted a house like a Disney Universal queue for a coaster ride. Medieval castle, all themed up. What cat? What do you want? Charlotte's not here. She's with her French friend. She's not in the chat. No, you can't go back there. No, you'll mess things up if you go back there. That's where my camera is. Don't do something stupid. Mr. Vanquisher, you had a chat with GPT. It says if Doge breaks 25 cents, the next stop is 50 or 65. Nice. Coinbase stock just got added. Awesome. I own some Coinbase stock. Oh, look at that. It's up now 8% after market. Sweet. I do own Coinbase stock. Nice. I know the 48 cent will be a big, big resistance level. VFF stock. Well, that's a good trade on your VFF stock. Congratulations, Johnny. Boss, you want to buy in Hanover or Plymouth? I don't know what Hanover has going for it. I mean, it's closer to Boston than Plymouth is. Plymouth's pretty nice. Plymouth has some really nice newer houses, new neighborhoods, things like that. I don't know if Hanover has the same. All I remember about Hanover was the dying mall. Used to go to it when it was open. But Hanover just, I don't know what's going on there. Hey, there's the cat up on the ledge now. What you doing up there, buddy? What you doing up there? Huh? Cat. H bar. Okay, so Doge is at 23 cents. H bar at 21. I sold my H bar again back here, 30 cents. So yeah, I'm out of the H bar game. I used to hold a bunch of it. Sold it for really good profit because I bought it at like 4 cents. So selling at 30 cents, that was pretty good. I just don't know about the whole Hedera, the hash graph, and whether that's going to take off or not as sort of a viable blockchain. I don't know. I can't say. I can't say. So it's just going to kind of be following the market along until something happens or doesn't happen. My speculation. Alt season started a few days ago and it ended today. That is funny. That is fun. I know, the Pax cat. Causing trouble, aren't you, buddy? Charlotte will be bummed she's missing out on the cat being in the stream. You've lived in Hanover for the past 5 years. Good school for the kids. That's all right. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. The only house I can buy now is a dog house. Yearly, my goal to pay off the farm if Doge reaches 35. I can pay off the farm, but in my mind, Doge could reach up to 80 cents in the fall. Oh, man. Yearly, I cannot answer that question for you. I'm very confident about the fall in all of crypto. But if there's a big run up in June, taking some profits, not a bad idea. But yeah, that's your call. That is your call. We're over 23 cents again for Dogecoin. Dogecoin. Sonic, hey, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Thank you. Nope, I am not Daryl. Daryl is on the other side of the world, over in Thailand, Vietnam, wherever he is. Hey, he's having fun, living life. Not so realistic in his predictions, but he's having fun. Tron, yeah, I do not. I don't follow Tron. Not a Justin Sun fan. Not so sure the bull run's going to last until the fall. Yeah, I think we're going to have a little more of a pump into June. And then we're going to kind of go up and down through the summer. It's kind of what I feel now. But then fall, we're going to run. That's kind of where I am right now. I'm Daryl. That's my other brother, Daryl. Israel Goldberg. Doge will reach 92 cents. 92. And then the selling is going to get so big because no one's waiting for $1. I'm going to sell at 98. I'm going to sell at 95. Well, I'm going to sell at 92. And that'll be it. Anthony, are you saying Dogecoin to 50 cents? Are you being a bull? What? What? Oh, now you've got, I get it. Of course. Yeah, and 92 cents, I'd be happy with that, Will. I'll be happy with that. Okay, gang. Hey, that's what we got for today. I hope everyone enjoyed the live stream. I will be live again tomorrow. That's right, on Tuesday. Join in again, and we'll see whether that rocket ship really takes off. Until then, I hope everyone has a great evening. Go Celtics. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.